These people playing games. I know they know what the hell they're doing. So I'm just gonna sit the phone down, don't touch it, let it do what it do. She exposed it. Why some men expect nothing. Hmm. That's bull. Fair use copyright, fair use copyright. I'm gonna watch this program. I'm gonna use it for educational purposes. See what these bright, see what's going on, what's new. Maybe we can learn something that will give us that edge. Knowing the times that we are in, we see the way the nation's going, and the government don't seem like it's too concerned about the people. It's only concerned about its agenda. Clearly. Remind me of that Tupac song. They don't give about us.
Right now. I just want you guys to hear what he just said about surveillance. That should give everybody pause. Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly reporting everything that's going on. And it's unimpeachable. The cars have cameras on them. All right, I think we have a squad car here someplace. But those kind of applications using AI, if we can use AI, and we're using AI to monitor the video. So if that altercation that occurred in Memphis, the chief of police would be immediately notified. It's not people that are looking at those cameras, it's AI that's looking at the camera. No, you can't do this. It would be like a shooting. That's going to be an event that's immediately, an alarm is going to go off. It's going to, and we're going to have supervision. Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're. So what Larry Ellen is talking about here is very scary, and he's very much pro surveillance. They want to watch us all the time, and it's this belief that if they do this, then we will be on our best behavior because we know that we're going to be watched. I know you've done a lot of research about this whole Big Brother idea.
See now, here's where you have to be careful in life. I hear this video in which we've been knew the world was under surveillance. They've been building more and more everything is camera related, even with the car. You're right. But at some point, we have to just stay away from some things. You know you don't want to be a part of that. You're not promoting that then. Some shit I'm just not even gonna talk about. It's irrelevant. Because it's gonna come down to like live and die in LA, family. I ain't going. It's gonna be an underground world. I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of mayhem. And a lot of people ain't going. Yeah, we saying that now. They talking about they coming. You gotta bring some when you come. And I think people at the point now where they saying, like, there's no question about it. Fuck them. They ain't my God. Fuck them people. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care less what they doing. Fuck them. It's gonna fail on them.
Yeah, I want to get your perspective on this.
Yeah, recently Oracle put out a press release a couple of days.
Real talk, I don't even want to see the video. No shots out. No shade to sister, but that's what they think about me. So F them. Oh yeah,
just came out and said, F you, nana boo boo, you can't touch us, we rule over you, haha. That would feel at least authentic. Going back to Jill Lorentz thing, you know? Right now, I'm obviously very much interested in the Epstein case, and so that's where I'm focusing my attention, the Epstein case.
What
And
do you think that was? The Epstein case.
I would say Israel, obviously.
Yeah.
And again, I'm so tired of us being gaslit. It's the dumbest gaslighting of all time. On record, okay,
Oh,
when
my
Kim Bond
mom.
said,
Unreal. I gotta respect Candace for that. Here, these people do shit in front of you, then, but they so disconnected. They so disconnected from reality. Man, if that's what they want, then let them have that. Why every time that's Roland Martin show? White men only. Who cares? If that's what they want, then let them have that. At the same time, you know you prepare yourself. If you prepare, you ain't gotta get prepared when it hit. If it's the hit, not saying, okay, this is what we doing. We doing this just out of innocence. I'm waiting for them to tell me when to think. I'm back and wait for them to tell you when to think and when to move. No, you ain't dealing with that kind of people. And y'all may be stuck on government and systems and can't think outside of it, but you ain't dealing with them kind of people around here. You ain't dealing with them kind of men and women around here. Where I'm from, we've been independent all our life. You know, minus the system. They ain't never been there, so you can tell that story somewhere else. Asians big, Black Americans. Black Americans shut down Asian businesses. You know, it don't even matter. Black people always speak on that. Start your own. Hebrews, you're not black. Hebrews, you are not black people. We are all humans, different shades of melanin. We need to kill that. Why do you celebrate Easter? They don't care. They don't care. Trump is a German. The Jewish people are German Jewish people, right? So he might be. He's talking about Trump might be Jewish. He might be. They all Germans, right? Why can't he be? And what do it matter? It has no bearing on whatever his nationality is for me. White rage ignites as black people are done being gaslighted. I don't know why y'all listen to all this bull crap, no way. I'm just scrolling through and I'm like, even with our people, everything talked about got to be laced on what they doing, laced with what the wicked are doing. Like, fair use copyright. I don't want to hear all that. I'm gonna keep it a buck and bring the truth out on everything. I listen to Iran. Iran ain't did shit to America. Iran ain't did shit, even if Iran is preparing weapons. They supposed to. Who the fuck told you you can tell them they can have a weapon or not? Oh, he's stupid. He don't understand the ramifications. No, you don't understand the ramifications of stay out of people's shit. And it ain't your place to try to control and rule over other fucking people. Stop doing bad shit to people and people won't think to try to blow your ass up. You blowing them up today, you think that's gonna stop? Guess what? They got a little reprieve because they fucking you up and your cousins over there. So they might not care, but they ain't gonna forget it. And them children that's there right now, you the one planting the seed. America and Israel, fake asses, are planting seed. Your narrative ain't the true narrative. We ain't stupid. Like, we need to stop this shit. Black people, older people, with all due respect, I love y'all, but you're not dealing around here. We don't, everything we do ain't based off what America got to say. It ain't about white people, it's about people, period, because you got some Negroes with blue eyes and blonde hair in Europe and in America, so, and in Africa. So don't think I'm stuck on no colorism. I'm about the truth, family. And America is a lie. And if you play the game good enough where you can walk in these lies, you can win. That's even with the system. Look how it's designed. Why can't I go out? Why can't the government empower the people that they're responsible for, that trust them, that entrusted they ass to rule over them? But think about that. We trust them to rule over us. That's not what God told us to do. And that's why we get it. It's just like in the time of Samuel. They wanted a king. They didn't want. Israel didn't want to be confronted by the Most High. They feared him, which you should, out of respect, but you still have to deal with him. You still have to, you can't be that scared where you scared to deal with the Most High. No matter how, you have to still, you have a relationship. How you think you're going to get into heaven? Oh yeah, white people got a life shock realizing black people invented everything. Yeah, I want to talk about our greatness, but I don't want to talk about it because white people think or we doing something white people to despise or no. Hell no. No. Mm-mm. It's just like our videos when they come to the kingdom. We got a lot of them. They talk that I'm a leader in the community, but they're not building nothing around. Okay, they collecting money. They got an assembly surrounding around what they doing, supposedly for the kingdom. But they not building no assembly. They run everything, it's like they run everything through a loop. It's in repeat mode. We read the book, then we go to the world to try and prove or disprove what the word is saying. And it's just not gonna work. You talking about confusion at its finest. That is nothing but pure confusion. That's pure freaking blindness. Go to Genesis 1. God tells us, created something in his image and likeness, and he created an ecosystem around it to sustain it. He gave it food, he gave it vegetables and blessings. Shalom, peace and blessings. Thanks for coming to the live. Thanks, thank you for sharing your life. I was kind of infuriated earlier going down the YouTube street. They got all these saucy looking dudes on here half naked. Talking about working out, losing weight. Like, brothers, come on. Sometimes y'all be doing a little too much. You trying to fit into an algorithm. That's like if I'm talking about the agenda of the enemy all day. And that's what I'm talking about. Us constantly giving energy to the agenda of the enemies. Like, they don't talk about what they doing. Talk about the kingdom and what we doing. But yet, like I said, we got a lot of us posing as leaders, but we don't. And yeah, I know our hearts might be towards the truth, for the truth, towards the Most High, but he's showing you're not a leader that you think you are. Yeah, you leading on here because people quite naturally they gonna come and sit down. Eventually, if I keep coming on here, I'm saying the right things and doing the right things. People gonna listen. They gonna follow because they feel there's something there that there's something they value, something that they can extract and utilize for themselves. Maybe it's just knowledge. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that by all means. Just all that paying for information, buy these books. I wrote this book for that. I write that book pertaining to kingdom, God and his people. That should be free. Now, if you want to give a donation for it, that's cool. But anything kingdom come from me should be free. But as far as my work and labor, yeah, I'm gonna charge for that. But it's a thin line there because you are a servant, you are a son. So round the clock, you represent the kingdom. Man, I tell you. But here we go. I watch them. I'm like, wow, I should collect some money. If I go in and put on a show, because at least I'll put it where it should go. I'm gonna build something, and I'm gonna tell the people if I'm collecting the money to build an assembly, I'm a minister. We are ministers. Once you accept Christ, you become a minister, whether you understand it or not. White American pastor exposes their own white Christianity collapsing and going. Yes, it is. It's been going. It's been going because everything we understand the things of these, the nature of these kingdoms and how they approach the kingdom, God's kingdom, the ruling kingdom, the real kingdom. They're trying to create a kingdom and sustain and maintain it. Think about it. Ain't no debt in heaven. You use the things that God created. It doesn't create debt. It adds to you. It adds to you. Or if it's not for you, it just won't function. You know, it won't function. I need to stick to my Judah t-shirts. That's what's happening. The Kingdom of Judah. Yeah, I'm gonna do another Judah. That's it. Strictly Judah, Hebrew Israelite. I should do this Israelite. Matter of fact, this Israelite King t-shirt I wanted to do some time ago. I created the rough draft for it, but never used it. It's chosen. I used that Prince and King champion Godson. Did I do the chosen? Yeah, I did the chosen. That's my son. I gave it to him. I gave him a hood. Well, that was my hood. I rocked it one time and it was raining and I gave it to my son so he wouldn't get wet on his way to work. Well, it wasn't raining, but it was kind of chilly and he only had on one little thin hoodie. I'm like, oh, damn, you better put this other hoodie on. I gave it to him. Just keep it. It was a brand new freaking hoodie. It was supposed to be my, walk around hoodie so it can bring attention to the graphic design. I do create graphic designs myself. Create one graphic design, and that thing gonna make you money. You can create all type of. It touches on many different avenues. You can make decals, house, little decals to hang around the house, signs to hang around the house, or you might want something specially made, an ashtray with that type with a decal, particular decal on it, or something, a little keepsake like. I guess something you can put your money in, a little box or something. You can design those boxes. They got me thinking. I like when you talk about things, ideas get the flowing. Let me get my pen. I keep my pen in time. I got my Bible, so when I'm talking about the Most High, you got to have your sword. You got to know that you know what you know that you know that you know what you're talking about. Steve Darby. I was listening to Stephen Darby earlier. I began this book though, this little pamphlet that where I wanted to uh, jot down all the scriptures that's showing and that's pertaining to who God's true people are. I made two videos the other day, and it was raising the question, who are the true descendants of the Hebrew Israelite people? Is it the Negroes or is it the Ashkenazi Jewish people? Then I looked at the evidence that God said, signs through the Spirit. We understand God is a spirit, so whatever is going to come by way of signs. Now, I compared, okay, the Ashkenazi, they are wealthy people. They own and control a lot. And since it seems as though they are blessed, right? God is blessing their hand. They're expanding their control and own a lot. But then I look at, okay, the so-called Negroes, right? Just one people that's scattered into all nations. And they're at the bottom in every nation. Remember that part? They're at the bottom of the pecking order in every nation. Every nation used the same tactics against them to try and hold them back no matter what. Yet they have the ability to go forward in life, to overcome what's trying to hinder them. But in the bigger scheme of things, let's look at the evidence. Now, look at the Negro. Yes, the Jewish people own the buildings and institutions that house the Negro's natural talent, which is reflective of Genesis 28. When the Most High told Jacob his seed will be in the north, south, east, and west, and in his seed all families of the earth shall be blessed. And then the Negroes who don't own the institutions or businesses, they own the talent that these institutions are established for. What they established these institutions for. Think about it. Even your White House, it was Negroes who built your White House. Wasn't no caterpillars and all that. It was just these Negroes, this great group of people. You didn't send them to school for none of that. But who owned? We know who owned America. Come on. I ain't gonna say it because I don't want to give a video block. But we know it ain't us. You do your research. You can type it in the phone right now. Type it on your computer. Who owns America? And look at their last names. It's gonna break down 4 companies that own every other company on the face of this earth. 4 main companies, then every other company is wrapped around them as subsidiary companies. Like, what the? And a majority of them other people, they own these things. But the Negro, now when I'm reading, God saying there's going to be signs on these people, signs of blessings and signs that the judgment for their rebellion and not following his commandments and keeping his covenant would be on them and their descendants forever. That'll kill the argument. That's a good way to look at things. Irregardless, I don't care what America or Christianity or Catholicism or the seminary school, none of their teachers or theologians or none of that got to say. What matters is that what that word is expressing, because we can agree that words have power. Even if you use them wickedly, there's a power operating. If you're using wicked, if you speak in wickedness and moving in wickedness, that wicked deed has a spirit behind it. And when you speak it, there's a spirit that's operating in power. Same thing with the word. There's a power behind the word. You don't have to see it. You know it's there because the instruction is going to move you to that end. So we know it's the truth. Same thing. So seeing things that's natural lets me know that, yeah, they own the publishing companies, right? That translated a lot of books and wrote them in English. English is a what? Germanic language. Oh, them Germans, they not. Yes, they are. Ashkenazis are Germanic people. Ask them, they will tell you. All you gotta do is turn the news on, look at some old read, they're gonna tell you. We are Ashkenazi German Jews. Come on, Ashkenazi Jews, Germans. Look up Ashkenazi in the Bible. It means German. So we not I wouldn't spread lies on people. That's not gonna happen. A lot of secrets. People got groups, and a lot of these groups got hidden information that they would think you would never come. They knew what their husbands were doing, and there was a bill. They knew what their husbands were doing, and there was a bill, the Casual Killing Act. Look it up. White women was killing the shit out of black children, but these are the ones y'all talking about. Oh, they love you, love you. I ain't got nothing against y'all, but y'all in that system. That's why they can say and do what they do, unless they show you that they're repentant people and that they are in Christ. You guilty. Just like the rest of us. You have to prove it. Prove all. The Bible tells you prove all things. And all I'm saying is prove where your heart is at. You believe on Christ? You got love? Because a lot of us don't love. And I ain't just talking about no Europeans, black people. Black people right next to you. A lot of them, when you talk about the truth, probably don't want to hear nothing you saying. They think less of the truth. They don't think it's such a profound thing where it's having this big effect on the world. And it is. It's changing the globe. It is. It's causing people to rethink their position. Like a lot of things you would agree with, now you're questioning. You're reading. You know what I'm saying? America is morally corrupt. Stuff like that. America been collapsed. America had been collapsed. They've been kidnapping people. What the hell wrong with y'all? How y'all think we got over here? I know how my ancestors got over here. I know where my DNA comes from. It comes from Nigeria and Ghana and Jamaica. So I know how they got there, taken from the land of Ham, just like the song says. But I am Shem. They came and got the Shemites, and native Africans worked with them. That's why you hear black people going crazy when they hear African, but then black Negroes need to be aware of what that means. Just because they're over in the land of Africa don't mean that they're Hamite by nationality. I mean by bloodline. They could be Shemites because we know our people migrated into Washington is broken. Marjorie Taylor Greene tells all. Now y'all turn on. We've been warning. You see what I'm saying? Now everybody's questioning. Like you hear the president, he needs to stop saying that. Oh, we gotta get rid of these woke people. Woke don't mean you just go do as thou will. No, that means to return to what's righteous. Return to righteousness. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. Right rulership. That's two words. Righteousness. Right and rulership. That's what that word means. Then the two words is righteous. I'll have to look it back up again. But yeah, righteousness is the right rulership according to right instruction. Walking the right path, upright, without wrinkle, spot, or blemish. You striving to be like your father, which art in heaven, right? That's the command Christ gave us. Be like your father. Scariest TikTok on the internet. You're telling me nobody's talking about the fact Palm Beach Pete is living in Epstein's mansion. Stop playing. I ain't surprised. That's what I mean. But you gotta be careful what you. We made 17 million in 1 year from our brand. Let me get on this computer. I need to get on this computer and get to work. And I'm bogus because I got what I want. Because I never utilize the tools that are at my disposal. So I can't get mad at nobody. I don't want no bunch of cars and stuff. I just want security. You're awakened. You're God's chosen. You shouldn't do business with the world. If the world is wicked, you know better. And they kind of push you in a pickle. Not to pray about that though. But then follow the instruction. You start a business, yes, you need trade lines. You're gonna have to add trade lines so that you can have money to do things that you need to get done. You're gonna need money. Trust me, you're gonna need a lot of cash. You're gonna need cash, but and not just to be spending money, stupid stuff, but it's always something new. Not that we run away from our foundation, but it's always something new. Might be new uh, tools to utilize to get you to that desired end that you're looking for. It might be tools to minimize the overall workload you want to purchase. Whatever it is to add to your business. You need trade lines. You need them. And I'm looking like, wow, 17 million in 1 year. So that means what I'm doing, you ain't doing something right, cuz you talking about you bump the world, you don't mess with the system. Maybe you need to rethink that. Try utilizing it, but understanding your heart is different, yes. And ain't nothing wrong with that. That means you'll be adding value to the process. Look at it from that perspective, Dewayne. I never thought about it like that, though. I never did. My immediate response to dealing with that system is no. Whatever I need, I'll hit the streets and get it. Go work, save my money. But it's like the cycle is hard to catch up. You gonna fall behind, but you never catch up. You maintain. But I know that I have something that truly works. But without the right system in place, Jesus Christ. And bottom line is you need to deal with it's business. It ain't nothing personal. Pay you got problems paying, managing, paying. No, I don't have no problem with that. And I wouldn't be going to spend my money on no bunch of bull crap. No, my money, even the money, my change I use now, I make from my business dealings. I put it right back into it unless I have to pay some. Okay, yeah, I get my little knickknacks and things and help I can, but my money I make, I know how to put it back in there and grow it. Minus the bank. Now imagine using the bank. You constantly putting money in that boy. They see you running all that money like Tony Montana. You know, you constantly running money in there. You make do okay. You might do 2, 3 today. You do 4 or 100. You do 50, 100, 200. You constantly doing them numbers on the daily. You putting that money into the bank, seeing that they gonna want to do business with you. They gonna give you greater line, greater access to what you need, more access. And what you gonna do with that access? You got value. You have a way to utilize those things to create. You got a way of creating value from that line of credit, buying things that you can, that's of value to the next person and selling it. Making them an offer they can't refuse. Making them an offer they can't refuse. As long as it's something that they value, they will pay for it. I don't care if a person like you or not. You have some of value that they like, they will pay you for it. They will pay you for that value. They might send somebody else to come and get it, but guess what? They will pay you for that value. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. I say yes, they will. Judah. You got to get this shirt out of here. My son got the first one. Coming right back at it, son. I ain't done. I need to get that maroon color. I like that maroon. White is cool, but I don't want to use white for this applique. What color t-shirt am I using? What color t-shirt am I using? If I'm going to do one of these children t-shirts. No, I don't want to do a children's t-shirt. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to use this project. I'm not going to use this project. I'm going to create a project. Hey, hey. Taken from the land of pain, but I am sure. Stolen from the moors of Africa, I am Israel. And DTF transfers. Let me see what y'all DTF is like. What blank will you apply to your transfer? Blank shown for preview purposes only. Y'all got DTF prints in there. Okay. I'm gonna have to rock with y'all. Check y'all out. I don't want to make nothing. Replace it. I don't know what the hell type of mechanism. You need to pay attention to everything. Sorry, y'all. I got lost in the sauce reading instructions that I haven't read. Just jumping on here. Obviously, they got new applications here. New ways to go about doing business here on this Cricket design space application. All this Easter stuff. Let's go to each his own. Even with that, people lost on that like Easter. Stop. That's Christianity. That's not biblical. So that means we're adding to the script. And that's not what the Most High, and we know what the Most High, how the Most High feel about adding to the scriptures or taking away from the scripture. You know the deal. He's going to remove you from the kingdom. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool. Ooh. I need some designs. Use my own designs. I don't feel like printing nothing. Let's see what I can run up here. This damn computer be killing me. I need to clean this computer. I need to clean this baby. I'm gonna clean you out, daddy. Clean you up and get you rebooted. Tomorrow, happy Easter. Stop playing. They be fishing. This world be into so much everything. 17 million in 1 year from our brand. What's your brand, Dewayne? What type of clothing brand do you offer? Awakened clothing. The awakened minds clothing. An awakened mind. Newness of life. Oh man, convenient, good quality clothes. Nice quality prints that last. We're not doing nothing to jump on the bandwagon. We're truly artists that love our work, that love my work. I am truly an artist that love my work. And I go out there and find the best applique for this. Okay, here go the prints. Right, your DTFs, all right. No, I'm good. I can use my own prints and DTF and joints. I have my own. I bought so many prints off Etsy. I can design them, boys. In fact, that's what I'm going to do this week. Record a note. Make me a game sheet. We do have a store that offers DTFs right here up the street from me. Tomorrow I'm going to design it, upload it, pay for it. We should be able to go pick it up by Tuesday. They'll be open. They don't open on Sundays and Monday. You did. It's time to start bringing my prints out because I got on a mission. That's something I need to accomplish. So I guess I will be sitting down and coming up with a formula. Start dealing with these banks. I don't have no problem paying any debt incurred. I just thought I wouldn't have to deal with them. I thought I would get enough support and traction behind what I'm gonna pay your bill. Try to pay on time, but you gotta pay your bills and never get to a point, even if they're not on time. I don't care if they late, I'm gonna pay my bills. And I'm tired of that. Imagine if I did have a line of credit. Okay, let me shift. Take some of this money. I'm working towards our goal, but I will shift some of that money. Gotta pay them bills. How you gonna create and you ain't paying your bills? You wanna have a roof over your head so you can get busy. Pay your bills. I need to create this product though. My buddy asked me about gatekeepers. I gotta create something. Crush the gatekeepers. This idea that people are hiding information that can help others. You know, like they like to constantly throw in our faces. Well, opportunity is there. You can do it if you just apply. You're a damn lie. You apply every day. Not that, like I said, not that I've had accounts or used banks. I've settled for, okay, I know the past. I know how they looked at us. I never wanted to deal with them. So I'm like, whatever I need to do, I'm going to go to the streets. We're going to get this money. You know what I mean when I say streets, not going out in the street, doing no hustling or doing things to try to hurt people. The streets ain't nothing but a thorough way. Some people do business in buildings. I'm in the street moving and grooving, meeting and, making offers to people. Going to places where I see the people. It might be a store. I would go in the store. I see them trying to buy something. I would go in there and talk to them, try to make them an offer. It don't matter where you at. We could be in passing. I'm making offers where I'm a walking retail. It doesn't matter where. I gotta find a broken gate. I got this idea for a gatekeeper, but we gonna create it where it's showing sons of Yah awakening. Well, it's gonna show where the awakened are destroying the idea of a gatekeeper. Somebody that tries to hinder or block the next person because they feel a certain way about you. You might not go along with the agenda. You might not go along with their agenda. They see you as a threat. You talking about the truth. These people don't know nothing about no truth. They surface read the Bible. Like my homie told me, like, bro, you reading that book. And you going inside the words to learn what the words mean to bring it to perspective. To bring it full, to bring about full understanding. They don't do that, bro. They gonna listen to whatever them people tell them and they gonna go with it. And they gonna be stuck right there, never learning and never coming to the knowledge of truth. To allow the spirit to work and do a work in you, to convict you, to know the truth. No, they ain't gonna do that. They gonna look at you crazy. So I'm gonna try to find this gate. Picture of a foot. You see stumping, like soldiers stumping through. Gatekeepers, here we come. Kicking down, stumping down gates. You know what I'm saying? How we move. We move with a force. We're a force to be reckoned with as a people. We don't need no military, none of that shit. Just our sheer natural desire, that spirit in us. We move something, shake something. We gonna shake something, you dig? That's what I love about us. We the truth, baby. But if we claim to be like everybody else, following this pseudo bull crap history and information they feed us, then what will give them the notion to think that you are wise and understanding people to have an Elohim so nigh unto you, to give you his laws, a covenant with it, to raise you as a people that are special unto him above all people that are on the face of the earth. Do you understand what that means? I don't think a lot of us truly do. We talk about this truth in this word like it's just a passing conversation. No. Do y'all see what it's doing around the world? I was awakening nations and moving them to greater in life, taking control of their nations, taking control of their real estate. You know what I'm saying? Taking control of their mineral resources. Why? Because they've been awakened to something that they know was there, but nobody ever told you that. And then once you found out, you the children of the Most High, oh, it's wartime. And I don't mean in a sense where we running out here with swords, cutting people's heads off, enslaving people, taking people's nations. No. We taking over our minds and hearts and being led of the Ruach of truth and moving the right way. And it's creating. We building the kingdom, the eternal kingdom. You, whether man believe it, receive it or not, it's gonna be done with or without you. Your best bet is to get on board if you know better. You have to work out your own soul salvation. Now, you can play games with it if you want to. It ain't gonna turn out how America ain't gonna save them. They can't save themselves. And besides, the times of the Gentiles have been fulfilled. If they're not in Christ, the Most High is not in they kingdoms like that. You see it. They don't rely on the Most High. They let their cousins trick them into dropping bombs on people. You know what I'm saying? They do all type of stuff to try and hurt people. Like, excuse me? Excuse moi? What are y'all doing? My European cousins who's doing that, not all of them, but those who doing that and support them. Oh, well, if no. Even black folk that's doing wicked shit. We the main ones. Ain't no white people outside my door doing nothing to me. And therefore, yeah, some of them are. Once we come in their circles. Some of them might not want you there. They don't want you to have access to things that they know that will enable you to become successful and prosper. Some people don't want to see that, especially with me, but I'm like, what? Stop playing. Running these chumps down. Get up out my way in the right way. Run them down with the truth. I'm coming through. Stomping them up big black boots. Can't tell me nothing. On everything. Yes, I'm teachable. You can teach me the right things. But anything outside of kingdom and speaking the truth and moving in that direction, oh no, you can't tell me nothing. You're gonna get ran over. That stuff don't hold no weight. What you see them doing, that shit don't hold no weight around here. Never have, never will. By us never being dependent on them, that enabled us. That built that connection with the Most High, because we ain't had no choice but to deliver. This ain't something we just started doing overnight. We've been dependent on the Most High. Now, knowledge is being revealed. We really learn the truth. Oh, you really can't stop us now. I know this is ordained from the heavens, so whatever you do, you ain't gonna stop it. You can kill his body, but you ain't gonna kill his spirit. We coming back. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing. It's gonna be a time where everything gonna have to come forward to get judged. Then he said gonna build a new heaven and a new earth. Who he gonna put there? These spirits. So you better prepare yourself. I don't know where you think you going. You ain't gonna escape the judgment. No, you not. I don't care who you are. You're gonna have to come before the king in righteousness, or if you know you've been wicked. you gonna give you gonna give an account for everything you said and did. You have to go before the king. The books have to be open. Period. Just like that. On everything, family. You can't make this up. You ain't getting no bypass. You going before him, so man, learn of him. Commune with him. Create that relationship. I need to find a gate and then put a business behind it. They'll understand that. Yeah, that's what I should do. Nice size gated business. Put a business behind a gated, and make it look like a gated business. And have somebody coming through, put a key in front of them. You got the keys to the city. Chump, you can't stop us. Gatekeeper crusher. You got the gatekeeper crushers coming through. The reaper. Gatekeeper reapers. Hang their ass out to dry. Expose their ass. You don't have our best interests, and I understand that. You don't have the best interests of these Hebrews in hand. I don't give a shit who you are. It's an agenda. The agenda is kingdom. You got second and third and fourth generations cousins coming over here talking that shit. I think they got their white card and learning real quick. That white supremacist card. I ain't talking about the Gentiles who humbled themselves and serve the Most High, and they know who we are. And we're building for the sake of the kingdom, not for your governments or your nations. Hell no. That's over with. The only kingdom and government gonna stand is the kingdom of heaven, God's kingdom, God's government. The rest of these nations, they're gonna be completely white. You can read it in the Bible. So whatever's going on, I don't get in the uproar. I start leaning more on the word, study more, lean into the Most High more. Continue, don't take us out of it because it's gonna force you to have to read and study. Yeah, they're gonna be talking that shit about you, but you ignore them chumps. They're gonna, hey, opinions like assholes, excuse my French, but we all got one. We need to get rid of these old gatekeeping ass coons. Get their ass out of here. Get rid of the old gatekeepers. We need to get rid of that energy, family. Quick. That's dangerous. I be looking at them cats on there. They be, like Americans need to get involved, invested in this and that. Like, okay, what's they gonna do for us? What benefits do it have? Because we're not gonna just hop, skip, jump over the Negroes that's been here. It don't work like that. You're gonna have a problem. Especially with our cousins that's coming over here, letting them people trick them off, and then you finding out later. You better listen to your cousins or your brothers. Like I said, there's a lot of we are particular people. And there's still a lot of our people that are over there. So we gotta stop this shit talking about, I ain't no African. I ain't either. But I know where we migrated into. Because of the persecution from these y'all and fell in love with, I never seen it. I never knew. I thought niggas was hard. In the sense like when we was in the street, we talk hard, fuck the government, I never do this, do that. These niggas love the government today all of a sudden. Like, huh? Nah, bro. They love the actors. I'm feeling like Cam. These niggas actors. They deserve Oscars. We ain't supporting that. That shit out of here. We banned that. I'm finna get out of here. Peace and blessings, family. Be, man, be encouraged above all. We ain't worry about that. That it go. Messing with my dang on. Messing with the film again. I can't record this thing sideways. They don't want me to speak. That's what it is. Devil get off me, because I'll never stop speaking this truth. We're going to speak this truth till we know more. And then when we come back, we're going to continue. Said hi. Hello. Peace and blessings. And shalom. We out.